uh, component. So I think there will not be any big changes or difficulties between these two kind of things. But I will again think of that. If there was something difficult or different, then I will come get your direction.
All right. All right. It's good. So again, you can talk to your, company and think about it. If the direction, the format, the things that you want mentioned in your conclusion, all are same, so no problem. You can do it. But maybe sometimes when you do the research for the company, this is maybe sometimes more practical. They don't need to use any theoretically, things. But for your research for MBA, all the research should be based on the theory, okay? And then you can paraphrase your theory. But you should have hold all the research on base of the theory. So you can ask about these details. If all are same, so no problem. You can do it for your company, okay? This is
Uh,
one point. Another point that I want to know, you mentioned that you want to have a research about accelerating agriculture to sustainability. Okay, in 17 cities in Afghanistan, yes? So all these 17 cities in Afghanistan, same project? I mean, all of these project is about accelerating agriculture is sustainable?
Actually, this was a project with $113 million. It was actually started in 2005 and was ended in October 2007. This is USAID role and policy. When they complete their project, they hire a third party to evaluate their implemented project, to know about the impact of that project. Actually, this project was in 17 provinces of Afghanistan. So the evaluation team are traveling to all these 17 provinces, and we are evaluating our information or of this program according to the reports which are already submitted to us from the USAID, because we already have the whole reports from USAID, their annual report, their quarterly reports. First, we are already studied the reports. What was in that project? What was the impact of that project? And now we are doing our evaluation whether that information was correct or not correct. Whether
Can you
that
speak
project
louder,
was
Mr. Akmal? I
sustainable.
cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Can you hear me?
Okay. So yes, yes. So, Mr. Akmal, the sense like this that you want to do case studies, yeah?
Exactly like case study.
Okay. Case study for 17 city or province in Afghanistan.
Yeah, because we will have travel to north of Afghanistan, to south and other provinces. We will cover most of the 17
Alright.
provinces because where the project was implemented. So at the end of this 32
Alright,
working days,
alright.
we will find out.
Okay. I think, Mr. Akmal, you can do this, but first just check with your company, and then if you feel that they are same, I mean the project you want to do for your company is same as the research for MBA, you can start this research, and you can follow up the case study format, no problem, because for MBA project you can do also case study. Okay. So you can just start to writing a case study for 17 cities or provinces in Afghanistan. It's okay.
Yeah, all right. And also I will have your direction during this assessment or research program, and I will keep you updated for this information.
Okay, good evening and hello to everyone. First, I want to know everyone can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You are very clear and loud.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So now I think four of the students attend the class. Can you ask, can I ask you what time exactly in Afghanistan now?
The time here is 6:26.
Uh-huh. So another 4 minutes maybe we'll wait for the rest of the students. So in these 4 minutes, I just want to let you that if you have any question, you can ask now. Then at 6:30, I will start my class, okay? So maybe the rest of the students join us because now only four of the students. So if you have any question, you can ask now.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Abdul Samad Nazari. I just would like to mention that I have sent my paper, 1 or 2 page. So I would like to make sure that you have received or not. Excuse me.
Yes, I've received your email. You mean your research proposal?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah. I've received your research proposal, and also I want to ask you something about it. Your topic is strategic and effective project management, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So I don't know, because maybe you didn't attend the two last session. Maybe it's better that you first review the slides, because I've sent the slides for last two sessions to you. Okay, I emailed for you. Then again, choose your topic, because your topic is very wide. So I ask you to make it more with more details and narrow. Okay. Also today I will present some slides.
Very good. Thank you very much. So just I need your
About
suggestion.
the topic again, because as I read your proposal, the student proposal, most of you choose very wide topic. Okay, so I think it's better that today. All right. Okay, so today again I will give you some slides about topic and then ask a student to make the topic and some correction again. And then, okay, for your case, strategic and effective project management. So first you should tell me in where, in which company, in which country, the location. You didn't mention it.
Yeah, this is
Mr.
generally
Nazari,
in,
can you hear me?
yeah, this is generally in Afghanistan. I'm speaking generally, so the location may be now with the Ministry of Agriculture for the project
Your voice
horticulture.
gone. I cannot hear you, Mr. Nazari.
Yeah, now this is general, as you also mentioned, general topics, but now I'm working for one of the biggest Ministry of Agriculture project funded by World Bank. So this is horticulture and livestock project. We are working in 17 provinces, and we want to expand to 23 in 1 or 2 years. But in the future, it can be any project.
Mr. Naz, I think I cannot hear you. Your voice gone and broken. Maybe we can talk about this again after that. Yeah, because your voice come and gone. I don't know what should I do.
I don't know what happened. Okay, thank you very much. So we will talk sometime later on. Sorry for
I cannot get your point. Can you tell? Okay, Mr. Ahmad Jawad Wafa has a question, and also Mr. Sharaf asked. All right. Okay, no problem. Dear student, I think time is 6:30 in Afghanistan, so I think it's better we start our class. I know that Mr. Ahmad Jawad has question, and also Mr. Sharaf has a question. So if you let me, first I start my class, then at the end of the presentation, we will discuss about your question and problem and all the things that you want to ask, okay? Is it okay, Mr. Jawad Wafa and Mr. Sharaf, that we answer your question after the presentation?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
yes.
sir? I don't have any question. I have a suggestion, and I hope you and the rest of the classmates will agree to my suggestion. I think we should start and finish the class exactly on the given time, at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Most of us, we have other activities and fixed daily schedule. If we start 30 minutes late, then we have to extend 30 minutes from the end.
I know you are right. Yes. It's good for me also. It's very good suggestion. All right, Mr. Wafa, I cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yes. Now I can. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. That was my suggestion. I think we start on the given time, and the students who come late, that is their problem. Because some of us, as I said, we have fixed time, so we miss 30 minutes at the end. I have to leave at 7:30, so I come early, but I missed 30 minutes of the class already.
All right. It's okay. You are right. So we start our class, and if you can send your suggestion to the other student, also it's very good, because if you ask them to attend the class on time, but WS asked me at least I can start my class with 4 or 3 students, because at the 6, just 2 of us students is here. So now I think we can start, and I will email to a student and ask them to attend on time. Okay, no problem. So again, I say hello and good evening to everyone. Maybe some of you join us now, and I ask a student all, please press the mute button, okay? Alright, now we can start, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today we want to talk about literature review, how we can do critically reviewing the literature. Okay. So in the first session, because one of the students is new student, so I just want to give some information about the last session. In the first session, we talk about the background of research, and then give some overview and background about research to the student. The second session, we talk about the topic, how can we choose the topic, and also we talk about the research question, research objective, problem statement, and some part of the research that a student should do. Okay, and today we want to talk about another important part of the research that we call it literature review. But literature review, the important point of literature review is how we can do it critically, because it's very important that you do your literature review well. Okay, so all right. Okay, so the outline of today's presentation will be the process of reviewing the literature, and the approach and the skills that you need to do your review of literature critically, and the main sources of the literature review. Okay. Okay, why we should reviewing the literature? Why we should put the literature review in our research? The first reason is conduct preliminary search of existing material. We should know about that which research was done. Has done up to now, and which existing material is available, and also we should organize valuable ideas and findings, and then identify the research that may be in progress. This is another point, and generate research ideas. Maybe sometimes we don't know exactly what should we want to do, okay, and we don't have any idea. But when you do the literature review, then you can generate your research ideas, and also to develop a critical perspective. The critical review, if we want to say about approach of research, we can say there is two main approach of research. The first one is deductive, and the second one is inductive. Okay, deductive is develop a conceptual framework from the literature, and then tested using the data. Okay, but inductive explore the data to develop theories which are then tested against the literature. Okay, I can give you another slide that you can get more idea about it. So this is the two types of the research method. Now you can have more details now. So in deductive research approach, as you see in this slide, you have first theory, okay, then you have hypothesis, and then you have observation, and then you have confirmation, okay. So it means that like a waterfall, from the up come to the down, okay. But in inductive research approach, the process is another way. First, you have observation, then you have pattern, then you have hypothesis, and then you come to the theory, like hill climbing. Okay. So this is there is two methods of doing your research. Maybe some of the students do inductive, some of them do deductive. And this is exactly the difference. You can see in this slide the deductive versus inductive. Okay. Okay. If we want to talk about key purpose of the literature review, we can say that to further refine research question as an objective. When you read a journal, when you read articles, when you do your literature review, so you can understand better about the question and objective of your research. You can discover recommendation for future, for further research. You can also avoid repeating work already undertaken. Sometimes you choose a topic, then when you do the literature review, you understand that this topic has done by another researcher many times, so you shouldn't do this research. And then you stop and then change your topic, okay? Also, to provide insight into strategies and techniques appropriate to your research objective. When you do your literature review, you can understand better about the research objective and techniques and strategies that you can use in your research. Skills for effective reading is previewing, annotating, summarizing, and comparing and contrasting. Okay, and this is 4 skills that you need when you read and you do your literature review. You can do one of these when you do it. Okay. And then the most important skill is the capacity to evaluate what you read, and the other one, the capacity to relate what you read to other information. Okay, so when you read something, always you should think about the evaluated and related, okay? Because there are so many articles and journals and information, okay? So when you read, maybe it's very interesting, but at the end you should ask from yourself that how can I evaluate it, and how can I use this information make it relate to my research, okay? Just reading and reading, no point. So always think about the evaluate and relate, okay? This is the key point in the literature review. Evaluate and relate. So again, mention question to ask yourself, why am I reading this? What is the author trying to do in writing this? How convincing is this? What use can I make of this reading? Always ask this question from yourself when you do the literature review. Also, you will need to include key academic theories and demonstrate current knowledge of the area, and use clear referencing for the reader to find the original cited publications and acknowledge the research of others when you do the literature review academically, okay? So always you should have some part like acknowledgement, okay? Also, you should have some part like citation and referencing, because this is very important. And another thing, demonstrate current knowledge of the area, and think about the theory that your research based on. And then I can say that 3 common structures about literature review available, all right? A single chapter, a series of chapters throughout the report. I think a single chapter better, because you can, first you can do all the reading, and after that you can go to another part with enough, knowledge, with enough information. So as you see my suggested format that I've emailed to you, I put the literature review, I think, in 2nd chapter, okay, as a single chapter. But it's not finished in 2nd chapter, because always you do your research during, throughout the, your research, always you refer to the literature that you have done and you have read. So it means that the most and the main literature review done in 1 chapter, but always also you use it. Okay, and about critical literature review, demonstrate that you have read, understood, and evaluate your material. Link the different ideas to form a cohesive and coherent argument. This is very important. Okay, always you can you should, you should do the cohesive and coherent argument. You can find the relationship between your reading, between your literature review, and then connect them to each other, okay? You cannot just put one article and then put another article with any relation, okay? It's not useful. And make clear connection to your research objective and the subsequent empirical material. All the part of the literature should be connected to each other, and also should be connected to your problem statement, to your research objective, to your, for example, research question. All of them should be as the series, okay? And follow each other. It doesn't mean that when you, for example, finish part 1, mention your research question, that will be finished. No, always all the things in the rest of the chapter should be followed the first chapter. When you do the literature review in second chapter, all the chapter that you will do in other, for example, chapter 3 or chapter 4, all of them should have relationship to each other. Okay, and we have categories of literature sources as a primary, secondary, and tertiary, okay? As a primary source of literature review, we can say a report, thesis, email, conference proceeding, company reports, all of them and can be under primary literature, okay? And about secondary, we can mention journals, books, newspaper, and some government publication. Okay, and about the tertiary, we can mention indexes, abstract, catalog, and dictionaries, for example, citation indexes, all of them under the tertiary. Okay. And if you see this slide, you can see that when you come from tertiary to primary, you can see increasing level of detail, okay? But when you come from primary, you go from primary to tertiary, so you increasing time to publish. This is another interesting thing that you can see this slide and you can pay attention to it. So for doing the literature review, you can have both or 3, or for example, just one of these sources, okay? But I think it's better you have all of them. Okay, the literature search strategy. There are many strategies. One of them can you like this write down. It means that first you can find parameters of your research, keywords and search term to be used, or database and search engine to be used, and criteria for selection of relevant and useful study. And then also can discuss with your colleague, friend, and some expert people, tutor or other people. The second strategy like this, define the research format, generate keywords, discuss your research, brainstorm ideas, and then construct relevant trees, okay? And use computer software. This is another strategy. And the approach can include searching tertiary literature sources, obtaining relevant literature, scanning and browsing secondary literature, searching using the internet. All right, this is very clear. And always you should ensure keywords match control index language, okay? And search appropriate printed and database sources, and note precise detail use, including search string, and note the full reference of each search found. The full reference is very important. And about evaluating the literature, you can define the scope of your review, assess relevance and value, and assess sufficiency, okay? About recording the literature, make notes for each item you read. You can also mention, for example, biographic details, brief summary of content, or supplementary information. Depends on you. For common forms, all right. About plagiarism, this is very, very important thing that you should know because when you do your literature review, most of the time a student, for example, copy the all information or part of the information that they read in the article and journal or everywhere, then they copy and paste in their research. So this is maybe a kind of plagiarism, and this is very dangerous plagiarism because in academic, when they found that you plagiarism, you cannot do any other academic activity after that, okay? Because we are for example, knowledgeable people, yeah? We have a degree of MBA. So when we do something like this, it's very bad because no one expects us to do something like this because we are not the fresh graduate student. We are at the master degree level, okay? So it's very important that when you want to do your literature review, always think about the plagiarism and be careful about it because sometimes we don't know that the thing that we do is plagiarism, but in academic area, exactly it is plagiarism. So I can mention 4 points about the common, forms of plagiarism. First of all, stealing material from another source. This is the kind of plagiarism. Another thing, submitting material written by another, or copying material without quotation marks, or paraphrasing material without documentation. Sometimes, okay, the student think that the sentence, for example, the one sentence that that they read in the research, if they, for example, change the word, the content of the sentence will be changed. So they prefer to put the exact sentence, okay? It doesn't matter. You can do something like this, but you should always put it in the quotation when you mention the exactly sentence, okay? So when you put exactly sentence from other journal and article, you should put in the quotation. But sometimes a student put in the quotation, but forgot to mention that who said this. This is from who, from which journal, from which article. So documentation also important, all right? So if, for example, you put in the quotation and also mention the you do the documentation as well. Another thing that you should do, you should paraphrase it. For example, you say, Mr. A told that economic, for example, economic in this country is very important factor. Economic problem is a very important factor, and then you end the quotation. Okay, you cannot write this sentence without any explanation after that. When you write the sentence in the quotation, after that you should paraphrase it, you should explain it, you should analyze it, all right? You cannot just mention in the quotation and also just do the documentation, I think it's finished. No, it's not finished. You should analyze it, all right? Because this is the academic research. So when you use from others' research, you should analyze it. Okay, if we want to talk about summary of the chapter 3 mean literature review, but for you I think it's not chapter 3, it's the chapter 2, but I mean this is the session 3, I write wrong 4. This is not chapter 3, session 3. Okay, 3 main categories of sources: clearly define research question and objective, define parameters, and use of technique. All right. Okay, I mentioned plagiarism and okay. This presentation finished. After that, if you have any question, you can ask. And then also, I want to talk about another slide to you today as well, because when I read your research proposal that you sent to me, I think that my explanation about topic is not enough for you, because some of you again choose the topic in very wide, and you should narrow down it, and you didn't mention any details of it. So I think we can have a discussion about topic today again. So if you have a question, you can ask now. If no, then we can do another slide. And Mr. Sharaf and Mr. I think Jawad has a question before the slide. Now you can ask them. Okay, Mr. Ahmad Jawad asked me that can we reduce the number of chapters? I don't know how many chapter do you mean, and then you want to reduce to how many chapter again? Mr. Ahmad Jawad, can you hear me? If you can hear, please answer my question. Okay, Mr. Ahmad Jawad told me that, for example, can you have 3 or for example, 2, 3 or 4. All right, I think the format, the suggested format that I've sent to you is including 5 chapters, not 4 chapters, Mr. Ahmad Jawad. All right, it's including introduction, and then literature review, then a methodology, and then data analysis, and then finally conclusion and recommendation, okay, and future, for example, research. It's 5 chapters. So if you want to reduce to 4 chapters, I think it's okay. For example, do your methodology and data analysis in 1 chapter. But in 3 chapters, I think it's not possible. How can you do all of this in 3 chapters? Can you give me your idea? Mr. Ahmad Jawad, if you have an idea, you can tell me now. All right. Okay, it's okay for you now. You understood. Okay. So another student, I think Mr. Sharaf, want to talk about research proposal. All right, you can ask now, Mr. Sharaf. No problem. Mr. Sharaf, can you hear me? If you have any question about your research proposal, you can ask me now. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much for your time. My question is about research proposal. Is it acceptable if my topic is about impact of Islamic banking system on economic growth of Afghanistan?
Okay, Mr. Sharaf, I don't know. Have you attended the last 2 classes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, if you remembered, I mentioned you that I'm supervisor of the student who are taken in the strategic management topic, all right? So I think your topic is a mix of something in economy and also finance. So it's not related to a strategic. Yeah, I think it's more related to finance field. So I cannot be your supervisor, but you should, attend the research methodology class. And then after the sixth session, the first sixth session, WWS will inform you about your supervisor in this field, okay? Because lots of the students in strategic management, and I cannot, take some student in finance. And I talked to WWF about this problem. And then Mr. Khosravi told me that they need time to find some supervisor in field of marketing and also in field of strategic management, in field of finance, sorry, okay? So I think by end of the sixth session, after finish your research methodology class, they will, propose a supervisor in field of finance. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, thank you very much. So already I sent it to the research proposal to you, and Mr. Khosravi is also in copy last week.
Yeah.
So did you receive my research proposal?
So because I've received it, okay, but when I see your topic, I understand that this proposal cannot be related to my field. And then another key point is that the supervisor, your main supervisor, only can, give comment on your work. Because, for example, now I give you something, some information, some of my ideas, then your final supervisor maybe not agree with this. So you should follow up the main supervisor so you can do your research at this stage, and then wait until the WWS inform you about your supervisor. And if you are in a hurry or you need really someone that help you at this moment, maybe you can ask Mr. Khosravi to introduce you the supervisor, soon. Maybe, for example, this week or another week, not end of the first week session. And also another thing that you can do is this: you passed the finance class, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Also, you can, for example, email to your finance lecturer and ask her or him about the idea, about the this research proposal. But finance is not my, field, so I think I cannot help, useful help. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I will waiting for feedback of science to select a supervisor for my.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that's right. You are welcome. But I will have a look on your research, and if the format got some problem, or I can give some guidance in your format of your research proposal, then I will inform you through the email.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Any other question? Mr. Akmal told you that maybe Mrs. Alia can be your supervisor because I think she is your finance lecturer. But it's better that you can, talk to WWS. All right. Now I want to share with you another slide. Right, dear student, I want to present another, I think, 6 or 8 slide to you. This is useful for your writing. There's also for you this information is useful for you. This okay. So what does doing a dissertation involve? I want to show you that you are in which stage now. Okay. So dissertation. First, the dissertation is a research proposal that I ask you to write it. So at this stage now, you should, you should understand how it is to be carried out. Then after that, you go to the research. All this case. So again, I tell you that the process of doing a dissertation like this, the first phase is getting started. Select a topic. Why this topic? Okay. Then in chapter 2, writing a critical literature review. And then in chapter 3, devising research questions. And then research process. And this is more explanation about the last slide. Okay. A multi-stage process for choosing your project. First, identify broad topic and academic disciplines. Okay. And then determine the scope. Brainstorm issues, questions, puzzles, and then map and structure the issues. Conduct a literature review, frame your research question, and convert research question into objective. For example, in your proposal, because I have a look on your research proposal that you emailed to me as a whole, okay, just I have a look, but I will email to you one by one and give you my suggestion. But as a whole, I think in most of the research proposal that you sent to me, there isn't any convert of research question to objective. When you mention your research question, and after that you mention your research objective, I can see that there is a relationship in these two parts, okay? And when I read it, I can understand that how can you want to convert RQ to RO, okay? You shouldn't mention that this is the convert of RQ to RO. Of course, you shouldn't mention this part. But when I read as a reader your research, so I can understand, oh, okay, this is research question, and then he or she will do something to convert this research question to this research objective. But in your research proposal, some of you, there is a gap between research question and research objective. This is not okay, this is not good, okay? So it's not possible that there is a gap between research question and research objective. In the last session also, I mentioned the slide to you that I told you that research question and research objective like two sides of the coin, like two sides of the mirror. So when you talk about research question, exactly research objective should be available there. When you talk about research objective, exactly research question should be available there, okay? And another thing, when I see your research proposal, I see that some of the topic is very wide. There is any, there isn't any detail and something like this. So I show you this slide with the example that may be more clear for you. All right. Look at this slide. You can see that first we have the area. If you remember, first I asked you that please define the area of your research. Then I asked you your field. and then I ask you topic. Most of you say, okay, we want to do in a field of strategy management, our area like this, and then come to the topic. So as you see in this slide, area is very broad, and then after that, field, and then after that, aspect, and then come to the topic. So from the broad, come to the narrow, all right? As an example, for example, you say, my area is public relations, okay? And then the field is advertising. And then you say, aspect is corporate identity, all right? So your topic now should be something like this: the effects of TV advertising on perception of corporate identity. All right, but some of you, for example, in your topic, only mention the area and aspect. That's it. Some of you didn't mention the field. Okay, because the topic is very important. Because when after that, when you, for example, publish your thesis, all the person, all the reader, just first focus on your topic. If your topic if your topic isn't complete, so the reader cannot understand what your research is about, because all of the people doesn't have enough time to read the whole of your research and then understand, okay, oh yeah, what did she or he do. Just think about your topic, and if they think it's suitable, they then go and read your research. So please select your topic, very patiently, and don't be rushed, don't be hurry in your choosing your topic. But think about it that when you choose this topic, and then after that you write this research, are they exactly cover each other? Is the topic cover your research, and is the research cover your topic, or no? For example, research is more completed about what the topic talk about it, or your topic is more completed than your research. So it's very important, because as I told you before, well begun is half done, all right? When you begin carefully in a right direction, in a right side, it means that half of the research is done. So it's very important that you can, choose a very good topic. And also I put this slide about the high quality research. You have idea about it, that high quality research, it is based on work of others. It can be replicated. It's regeneralizable to other settings. It's based on some logical, rational, and tied to theory. Theory also is very important. Next time I will talk about the conceptual framework and theory of your research. And another important thing, that it is doable or no. Just, think about the topic that's very useful, very interesting, very important, but you cannot do it, no point for it, all right? So it is doable or not. This research is doable or not. And then it generates a new question, is cyclical in nature, it is incremental, it is a political activity that should be undertaken for the betterment of society or not. And so after that, you can understand what is the bad research, and you can see this point, for example, opposite of what have been discussed, looking for something when it simply has not to be found, plagiarizing other people's work, or misrepresenting information and misleading participants. All of them is a bad research. So I will send to you this slide, today's slide, and I ask you to have a look on the slide one by one and get idea, and then do your research proposal and start your writing the research. Okay, because the submission of the research is about, I think, 4 months later. All right, so you have enough time. So just have a look on the slides and get idea and then start. Okay, because for example, one or two times I will give you my suggestion to correct your way, all right, to correct your suggestion or make it improve. But after that, if I understand that you just do your whatever that you want, I cannot help you anymore, all right? Because you should first get information, get idea, and I am only the guidance. I cannot do your research, all right? So if you are in a wrong way, I cannot take you out and then again put in your right way. You should be in somewhere middle of this way. Yes, I guide you to the right way. But sometimes I see that the student exactly in a wrong way. I mean, they didn't, read any slide. They do whatever that they want. They don't follow up the, direction. So because of this, again, I think it's better that you have a look on the slides first. Okay, if you have any question about your research proposal or about your topic, we can discuss now together. And also now the other student also can give you the suggestion, not only me. I think Mr. Sharaf mentioned some point in the chat box. A student can review it. And I asked Mr. Sharaf if it's possible, please email your information to the student that they can have it always. Okay, Mr. Sharaf, a student asked if you have any idea, can you explain for them? If you have an idea about the things that you mentioned in the chat box, it's better you explain for them that you can get your point better. Mr. Sharaf, do you hear me? Mr. Sharaf, do you hear me? I don't know, maybe Mr. Sharaf is not cannot hear me or not ready to explain something like this. Okay, dear student, if you have any question, you can ask me now. If no, I can talk about your topic to you. Okay, I think you don't have any question at this moment, so it's better we talk about your research proposal. Okay, Mr. Nazari, do you want to talk about your research proposal? Mr. Nazar, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So
All right.
I don't have the copy of it right now with me, but if there is any certain question you would like to ask from me, or
Uh-huh.
do you have
All right.
any
Okay.
idea?
Mhm. Okay, no, let me talk about your research proposal as a whole question, not paper by paper, page by page, no, just as a whole. So it's better for the rest of the students know about your research proposal. Okay, Mr. Nazari, topic is strategic and effective project management. Then I asked Mr. Nazari that, okay, in which country do you want to do this? And then he told me in Afghanistan. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So your topic should be changed like this: strategic and effective project management in Afghanistan. But in which area, in which field, Mr. Nazari? In the, for example, services industry as a whole, in the manufacturing, in the specific company, in where?
No, in our project is horticulture and livestock project in agriculture field, yeah, in agricultural field.
Uh-huh. For example, when I see your topic, you mentioned strategic and effective project management. Maybe I can guess you want to do it in Afghanistan, but from this topic, never I understand that it's about the agriculture field. So you better that mention strategic and effective project management in agriculture sector in Afghanistan. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's correct. Sorry, yeah. So the topic should be complete, yeah, and clear.
Okay. All right. Because when maybe you can publish this research in some article or in some journal. Then when the people search about strategic, they can find your topic. When they put the word, for example, project management, they can, in the search engine, they can find your topic and read your article or research. But when someone wants to know about agriculture subject, some information about effective project management agriculture, and put project management and agriculture together, then they cannot find your topic. So it's better you put agriculture and Afghanistan both, and then I will review your, research proposal and give my suggestions. So your topic, I think it's okay if you put agriculture and then Afghanistan. It's okay.
Okay, I will change it definitely.
All right. And then the other point that I ask to all of the students that please mention, put some footer or header, the page number on your research proposal, because when I printed lots of paper here, so some of you doesn't mention their name, or some of you doesn't mention any page number in the research proposal. So if you do this also, I will appreciate it.
Thank you for mentioning. We will make some correction. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. And I will. All right. And I will send my suggestion about the proposal to you via email soon. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. You are welcome. You are welcome. I don't know, Mr. or Mrs. Aziza asked me about that the project individually or a group. So, Mr. or Mrs. Aziza, I think Mrs. Aziza. All right. Mrs. Aziza, can you tell me that this is the first session that you attend in the research methodology class or no? I think it is the first time. Miss Aziza, can you hear me? All right. Welcome to the research methodology class. And then, Ms. Aziza, I send my email to you now. And then I ask you to answer my email, send the email to me, and mention your topic, your field, and then write your research proposal, and I will reply your email and send you all the slides that for the 2 last sessions for you. Okay. All right. I don't know what is the regular student. I don't know what's about. You are the guest student now in my class? Miss Aziza, are you guest student? All right. Okay, I answer your question, Ms. Aziza. This project, this research is individual, and this is exactly the project that you should submit to WWS to get your certificate and finish your MBA degree. All right. And if you want to have the slides of this class or attend the class, it's up to you. You can. And then I will email my, now I put my email address in the chat box, all right? And if you want to continue, okay, if you want to continue attending the class of research methodology, you can give me the email, and I will explain the details and all the things that I talk about in the last 2 sessions that you cannot attend it. No problem, all right? Don't worry. But your question about individual project or group project, yes, it's individual project, not a group project. Okay, you are welcome. And then I think we have another new student, Mr. Osman Safi, I think. Do you want to talk about your question?
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes. Hello and welcome to Research Methodology class.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I did not attend the previous classes, and this is my first class that I am attending, but I got a regular info from one of my friends,
Right,
Nazari and Maryamina.
Okay.
So they told me something. And now I have chosen the topic of sustainable development in the context of National Agricultural Development Framework. Basically, I'm working here in Ministry of Agriculture, and I would like to do research on sustainable development, especially in the agriculture sector in Afghanistan. So I would like to know your feedback that whether I will be able to do this one or no, I can change the topic.
All right. So the first question is that the context of National Agriculture Development Framework in Afghanistan. You want to propose the new framework, or how is it? You want to just investigate it, the available framework?
We have the framework here, but the focus of the framework is mostly. Yeah, we have the framework here, National Agricultural Development Framework. I don't want to create a new one, but sustainable development is something like that is not covered in that sector. And we have like the economic regeneration, and we have certain other area we have to focus on. and we have to increase the production and productivity of the several sectors, especially here in Afghanistan. But I would like to turn that one to the sustainable development, that's how it will work. And I'll use the data, and then I'll be able to meet the directors plus all those people who are involved in the different sectors of agriculture here in ministry. So I can, because I have access to them, I can go and I can talk to them.
I cannot hear you, Mr. Osman. I think your voice can.
You cannot hear me?
No, your voice broken.
Can you hear me?
I cannot get your point completely.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We have the National Agricultural Development Framework here, but the focus of the NADF, or National Agricultural Development Framework, is not on the sustainable development. There are certain areas that they focused a lot. And now I would like to work on the sustainable development. If the people are investing in the horticulture or in the agriculture sector, so how should they do it, and how we can turn them into sustainable development. So I would like to work on that if possible.
All right. Okay. All right, thank you. Can you mute now? And then I will explain to you.
And even I can share like the NADF with you.
If you have another question, you can ask me, because.
No, I don't have any other question. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Osman. All right, thank you, Mr. Osman. As I understand that there is a framework for your national agriculture development, but you think that this framework doesn't work for sustainable development. So you want to make some changes in this framework and improve it until you can get the sustainable development agriculture. Yes, am I right?
And somehow you are right, but natural, like NADF, is the common approach of Ministry of Agriculture. They don't have anything like with the sustainable development, but they explain the ways. Like there are several other things that they focus on. But I would like to link that one to sustainable development. And even I can share you
in
that
this
one
framework,
tomorrow or the day after. Yeah. This framework or NADF, I can share that one with you, so that it will be clear that I am not doing any plagiarism or something else, that at the end that I am not developing that one. But in the light of that, in the areas where a ministry focused on, I am trying to develop do the research on the sustainable development.
All right. Okay, it's okay. So I ask you to send me the proposal, all right, your proposal. It should be okay, no problem. And then because you talk about the sustainable development, that means a strategic management field. And I ask you to more, to focus on the suggestion and conclusion that make some, you make some suggestion in field of how this framework can come to the, sustainable development. Sustainable development should be your key, word in your key issues in your research. If your research like this, it should be okay, no problem. So after I see your proposal, again, I can discuss with you. But at this stage, this topic is okay because it includes details. And I think because talk about the sustainable development also related to strategic management, so it should be okay. Thank you. It's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, dear student, if okay, I say goodbye to Mr. Akmal because he wants to leave the class. No problem. You can leave now. But I think I talked to you, Mr. Akmal, about your research proposal. Yeah. Yes, yes. Now I remember. I talked to you, Mr. Akmal, about your research proposal. It's okay. You can leave the class now, and then please send me your research proposal. Just that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Akmal. All right, no problem. You can send me by Saturday. It's okay for me. And dear student, don't forget that the next class will be on Monday, this coming Monday. Only today the class is in Wednesday, all right? All the classes will be on Monday. So see you, Mr. Akmal, on Monday. All right. If there is any other question, you can ask me, or I can review the research proposal one by one. Hello, Mr. Mirwais Khater. Do you want to talk? Because now you are on mute. Mr. Mirwais Khater. Khater. Do you want to talk now? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Mirwais. Alright, I don't know what happened to Mr. Alright, 1 minute. Alright, no problem, I wait for you. Okay, Mr. Lal Muhammad is not available.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Mirwais.
Well, I would like to have my research on capacity building, as I'm working in HR directorate for almost 5 years. So I want to have my research topics on capacity building.
Mr. Mirwais, can you talk a little bit loudly? I cannot hear you very well.
Well, I'm working in human resources department for almost 5 years. So I would like to have my topic, my research topic on capacity building.
All right. Capacity building, what? I mean,
in strategic human resources. Strategic human resources planning.
All right, because human resources is another field. It's not exactly like a strategic management. So can I have your proposal, and then I will tell you that I can supervise you or no, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, because now you mentioned that it is a strategic human resource. So I want to know exactly what you mean by a strategic human resource, and then I will reply your email. I think I didn't receive any email from you up to now. Yes, am I right?
Yeah, right. But I mean the strategic human resource planning. That would be the topic.
All right. Okay. You can email to me. I can have a look and then reply to you, because human resource. I want to more focus on strategy management, and it's very interesting that most of the students also want to build up the agriculture. So it is very good that all of them, in the one category. So we can discuss better to each other. And then about human resource, at this moment I have no idea. So it's better if I can see your topic, and then I will inform.
Okay, I will change and we'll get back to you.
No need to change it. Just let me know. All right, Mr. Vives, no need to change it. First, send me your topic. Then, if I say no, then you change it. At this moment, no need to change your topic, because you like to do something in human resource. Yeah, so you should do it. No problem.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because the most thing in research is interest. So if you have interest to do your research in the field of human resource, it's okay, you can do it. Maybe I supervise you, or maybe another lecturer. But the point is, you do whatever that you like, and you do whatever that is useful for you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
If you work in a human resource department for around 5 years, so it's useful for you to do human resource. All right. So no problem. You send me your research topic. After that,
yeah, exactly. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you are welcome. All right, Dr. Nader Barak, are you in class now? Let me check. Oh, Dr. Nader Barak not in the class now, because his research proposal is interesting, and I want to talk about him. All right, no problem. Maybe next time. The other student, Mrs. Mardiamina, also not in the class, I think. All right. I think the research proposal that I've received from the students that are not in the class now. So your question now, because I didn't receive any, proposal from the student that now also just Mr. Sharaf. Then about Mr. Sharaf, we talk about the proposal of Mr. Sharaf, and the rest of the research proposal, students are not in the class now. Yes, this one also not in the class. All right. Okay, dear student, if you have any question, you can ask me now. especially the student that this is the first session for them. So I think many things maybe not clear for them. So you can ask me now. Because Mr. Miwais, Miss Aziza, I think Mr. Nazari, all of you, it is the first class, I think. Oh, and Mr. Osman. So you can ask me the question. Okay, Mr. Miwais, one of the students, Mr. Sharaf, have suggestion to you about your research topic, and his suggestion like this, that you can do the comparative analysis of employment sectoral structure in Afghanistan. Also put in the chat box, you can read it.
Yeah,
this is a suggestion from Mr. Sharaf.
Yeah, that's fine. I will get from the chat room.
All right, thank you. For newest student, is everything clear for you about the research methodology class and the procedure, how to do your research? All right, again, I asked the new student to send me an email, and because when you send the email, I can have your email and then email to you the last two session slides and all the file that I sent to a student before. So I asked Mr. Miwais, Ms. Aziza, and Mr. Osman to send me the email, and then I will send them all the slides, and then you have a review and have a look on this slide, and then start to write your research proposal and send to me if you have any question. All right? Okay, Mr. Nazari, I want to talk about your research proposal, because your research proposal is here. All right, do you want to talk about it? Mr. Nazari, can you hear me?
Yes, I will specify, I will mention agriculture and also Afghanistan. So I will review my research
Okay,
proposal.
another thing I want to tell you, again, I have a review. All
Okay,
right,
go ahead.
I want to tell you something about your research proposal. All right. So first I want to tell a student that Mr. Nazari, the topic is strategic and effective project management in agriculture sector in Afghanistan. All right. So my question like this: you mentioned a strategy and effective project management. So you want to conclude the successful effective project management. I mean, you want to mention in your
from the experience, from the
research about the characteristics and you know, the ways that the project management can be effective, and you want to have indicators such as successful and I cannot hear you, Mr. Nazari.
Yes, you are right. Yeah, from our experience and from the lesson we learned from the past working for almost more than 25 years in different organizations for different projects. So I would like to write something so the effective methods and criteria and characteristic, and then different things. I will review the whole things and then write something from my experience, from lesson we learned, and also from new books, and then I will compare, and then this is my
So I want to know that. All right. Okay. Again, your voice gone. Okay. I want to know that your point, your aim for doing this research. First, you want to share your knowledge and experience about the project management procedure in Afghanistan, and then you want to make some suggestion to make it improve. Yes?
Yes, you are right. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's okay. That's very good. So it's okay. I think your proposal will be okay. And now you can start your literature review. All right. And then when you do, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I will start.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I will start with.
All right. I told you that.
Sorry, your voice are broken, so it's not clear. So I don't know where is the problem.
Okay, wait. Okay, Mr. Nazari, I told you that your research proposal will be okay at this stage. Your topic and your procedure that you want to do it. Now you can start your literature review. But when you do your literature, always think about the theory. You should find the most effective theory in project management, and then improve this theory during your research. All right. I hope you can hear me now. And then that's all. That's all for your research proposal. If you hear me, whatever I told you, you just put in the chat box. All right, the other student, if you have question, you can ask me. If you want to discuss about your topic also, you can do that. Also, Mr. Nazari, the other student, Miss Mina, also she wants to do something in project management, and her topic is communicational aspects of project management. So you can discuss together. Yes, also you can discuss together about the project management, because your topic and Miss Mina topic is very clear to each other. Okay? I hope you can hear me now. All right, Mr. Osman, Mr. Sharaf, Mr. Nazari. If you have a question, you can ask me. If you don't have a question, we can finish the class, because Mr. Osman talk about his research, and Mr. Sharaf, maybe the supervisor, not me, maybe his supervisor should be changed. All right, thank you for attending the class. I say goodbye to you and hope you have a good weekend, and see you next class. Thank you, everyone.